Obligatory podcast intro.
Joaquin, wash them dishes. Hi-lo and welcome. This is Flipping Pages with Matt and Adam. I'm Matt with my co-host Adam, and this show is where we take all 294 letters of the alphabet. We put them in a locker. We each draw a letter and then pick a comic that begins with that letter. I don't know his. He doesn't know mine. Spoilers ahead for these two comics. I got K. What'd you get?
X.
Got X.
X.
So mine is called Kriss.
Okay.
Kriss. It's called Kriss. Up at the top, it just says Kriss the paperback, like TPB.
Uh-huh.
But on the comic, it says The Gift of Wrath.
Okay.
I really wish it was just called Kriss.
Right.
But Kriss, Gift of Wrath, Ted Nafa, and Warren Wucinich.
Yep.
If I got those wrong, I apologize.
No, I think you actually did get them right.
I use Translate, so hopefully.
It sounded right.
This came out 2019. It is Oni Press.
Oh, cool.
It starts with Kriss. Creel. Starts with Creel, and he's in his room in the basement talking to a girl, explaining these crazy drawings on his wall.
Okay.
He says, this is Borger, the blood drinker. He says, this one's Tove. You know, she's like, uses the daggers she got from the teeth of a saber cat, and she's all stealthy and stuff. So, and it cuts away to Chris's mom and dad. It's not his real mom and dad. He is like a pale goth kid.
Mm-hmm.
His long black hair, super pale skin, really sunken in eyes. Just looks like a depressed, like you've met him.
Yeah.
We've met him. We went to school with him.
Yeah.
And his dad, this older man, and the mom doesn't really seem to give a shit.
Okay.
They kind of suck. And the grandpa, the dad, is just like, I don't understand him. I don't like him at all.
Yeah.
But the girl downstairs, her name is Anya. Her mom is upstairs saying, have y'all seen her? The miller's son went missing the other night. And the dad says, oh, those are wolves. And she says, no. Some dude found a paw print like the size of a dinner plate. Pretty sure it's a giant cat. And he's, oh, well, we're not up on all the town gossip.
Oh,
and
right.
the mom just goes, we keep to ourselves. Is that all you were here to say?
Oh, wow.
She said, no, my daughter, she's missing. Like, I haven't seen her all day. That's not like her. I know her and Kriss are like super cool, really good friends, or at least they used to be. Is she down there? And he says, I don't know. I haven't seen Kriss lately either. What's going on? They're like, they're mad at him. He stopped doing chores, and they're like, fine, we won't feed you. And he's like, fine, I won't eat. So it's been going on for a minute. So Anya and Kriss are downstairs. He's talking about these drawings on the wall. He says, this guy is Eric the King. They call him Iron Tooth. This is my dad. He led an army from the north. They came through. They dropped me off here probably to mother and father up there. Said, hey, when he gets old, he can cook and clean and do all types of shit for you.
Okay.
Go ahead, here you go.
Yeah.
And he goes, that's my real father. Now, I was going to save this for the end, but they don't tell you. I found it in like the blurbs, like when you read it online.
Yeah.
They just kind of say it.
Thing they say a bunch of times.
They'll be like, his real father, Eric the blah, 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 or Eric the King, the Iron Tooth. So they don't say it in the book, but on like the back of the book and little summaries online, they say it that is his real father. So no confirmation in the comic.
Gotcha.
But he's straight up saying, I think he was my father. I think later he's like, he is my father. Just full on believes it, I guess. So the woman goes downstairs to look at him, and they just see Kriss down there. And he says, is anyone else down there? And he says, no, who would be here? So the mom says, okay, what's up with him? Like, why does he look like that?
Yeah.
He used to be like, I know he's quiet, but he seemed happy back in the day. What's up? And he's like, I don't know, just stop doing his chores and just chills down there, whatever.
Yeah.
So the mom goes home. Anya gets up and says, okay, I got to beat my mom home. Let's roll. She's like, something's moving in your bed. I think you have mice. And he says, no, it's just big beetles. And she's like, okay, thanks for that, because she was hiding in his bed.
Oh, yeah.
Full just sleeps with beetles, I guess.
Yeah.
So he says, I got to beat my mom home. She says, remember, Kriss, home is where you hang your hat. And he says, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
And she says, it means home is here. Family is here if you make space for it. big theme throughout the book between them. Family, you're accepted. You're not an outsider, because in his perspective, he is dropped off from some northern army. These are not his parents. These are not his people.
Oh, okay.
He's the only goth with
really
black hair.
He feels like an outsider. He's like, I'm the only real goth.
And no one looks like him, because a lot of people in town look like some gay bikers. They got beards and bald, and they're wearing a lot of vests and stuff, and look like some 90s gay bikers. Okay. A lot of them in town. A lot of big buff bald dudes in town.
Yeah,
so
gotcha.
He does not look like anyone. The rest of them are big blonde oafs and real skinny blonde. He doesn't look like any of these people.
Yeah.
The mom, Anya's mom, is walking home, and the big cat, you see its eyes, and she's dead.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she dies.
Oh, I actually wasn't expecting that.
No, yeah, she's dead. Kriss is having a dream that all these guys, the 4 soldiers and his dad and the dagger lady, they're all talking to him, and they say, there's an army outside. It's not an army, it's an ocean. With respect, we should retreat. We retreat and they burn down everything. No, we're not having that. We're fighting now. We will be the rock that the ocean breaks on. They get all rowdy. They're like, yeah, fuck yeah, Iron Tooth.
Yeah.
And you see a little baby Kriss with a little skirt on, like he's wearing a little, not skirt, you know what I mean? He's wearing a covering.
Loincloth type thing.
Yeah. Like a man skirt. Like a cool one.
Like a cool one. Like a loincloth.
Yeah. But like big, like a skirt. Like it goes like down to his knees.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's sitting there, baby Kriss, screaming Arn Tooth. So this still doesn't confirm it. It could be just a dream he's having.
Okay.
But it's cool. True. He's little baby Kriss standing there with all these badass
that looks pretty cool.
warriors like screaming, ready to fight. Next morning, Anya's dad and Anya go find this bloody spot in the snow and start crying. They said, we went and asked the Lord Protectorant, Willem, to help us. And he said, due consideration, I'll think about it. That was 2 weeks ago. He's not doing shit. Anya is distraught. She's super messed up. Kriss is not even listening. He walks straight into the barn, and the dad's like, oh, you gonna do some fucking chores? And he goes, no. And he takes a pitchfork and bounces. Nice. He goes out in the woods, and he starts tracking this saber cat.
Oh, damn.
He sees a guy, has a bunch of sheep, restless, stole like 12 of them.
Oh, no.
So he is 12 of his sheep, and he bounces out. So he's up in a tree. Kriss is up in the tree using the sheep as bait. And Tovar, the woman with the cat, with the cat tooth daggers the super
from
stealthy lady, the 4 warriors.
Yeah.
One of them pops up and basically says, your plan is stupid. And he wakes up, and the saber cat is in the tree above him. Cool fight. He gets slashed in his back, and he jumps under a tree. It's like big roots.
Oh, okay.
With like a big open space. That would be my hideout. I would totally.
Besides the bugs, amazing place.
Dude, he sleeps with beetles.
I know. I'm just saying, like that
for you?
Yeah.
You could clear it out.
You could
do make some walls. It's pretty big. I mean, check it out. Look. It's pretty big.
That's a good one.
Pretty big space.
Yeah.
I'll definitely have a hideout. And he's all, outsider, emo. Go hang out in your... Oh, dude, look how big it is. Look at that shit.
Oh, you could definitely make that a good hideout.
That's cool. Put some carpet down. Hang up some stuff.
The opposite. You would want the opposite of carpet. Whatever the opposite of carpet is.
Wood.
Yeah, just solid concrete.
But
obviously you can't. Whatever.
Yeah, you can't. You can't do that. This is a Atreus.
Wood.
Atreus. Wood. Yeah, wood. There you go. Saber cat's like pawing at him under this tree. He just basically chills. One of the other 4 warriors pops up, and this dude's like crazy, big teeth, looks like the Joker, crazy face mask on, and this dude's basically saying, if you ever forget that you're a beast, you're gonna die. Just remember that. Go out there and be merciless.
Yeah.
And the 4th warrior pops up and is like, what you gonna do, man? If you go out there, that's death. And the kid says, well, I can't lay in here and wait. I'm going to bleed to death. And the king pops up and says, no, you did what was needful. You did it to protect your town and the woman you loved. This isn't my home. And he says, she is, right? Really emphasizing that.
Okay.
And it's cool. There's a little lineup of all 4 of them. And one says, be careful, be cunning, be merciless. And the king says, do what is needful, and you will make Papa proud. So he goes out in the snow, and he's like slowly walking. And the saber cat is behind him and leaps for him, and he stabs him with a pitchfork. The saber cat is like, spare my life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Kriss goes, you were about to kill me. He goes, no, I'll give you a gift. And Kriss goes, yeah, no, and he stabs him and kills him.
Nice. You don't trust a saber-toothed cat.
He leaves him there. He goes back home. The Lord Protectorate the next day finds the carcass and throws it on a bison and is like, I did this. I killed the saber cat. No more deaths. I got you. He puts it on like a big cross thing and leaves it out in the snow.
Uh-huh. So, as a warning to other saber-toothed
cats?
Yes,
yeah.
Okay.
Look what I did.
Yeah.
I really don't know. That would be a dope-ass skin. I would have made... I mean, they're in the snow. I would have made a badass coat out of it. It's a saber cat. You know, with the hood that's like the top of their head. Like the hood comes down. So the teeth would be like right here in my face.
So this is in like prehistoric times?
Atreus. They're in the country of Atreus.
Okay. So it's like prehistoric times? Like
it's a fantasy.
Oh no, because at the beginning for some reason I thought it was modern.
Yeah, I did that too.
At the very beginning. At the very beginning. Not being able to see it.
Yeah, no, I thought it was some Scandinavian place at first. Okay. But no, this is a fantasy world.
Gotcha.
I guess I should have said it really doesn't factor in besides this
the
saber
fact
cat.
that nobody was tripping about there being a saber cat.
Yeah, that
clued me in. So you're not. We got you. We got you, big guy.
Cleared up.
Yeah.
Cool. Kriss is looking at the saber cat, lays down, and he hears a voice that says, "I have a gift for you. Don't you want it?" And he looks up, and it's the saber cat, like, kind of floating in front of him, but he's still on the cross that he's on outside.
Uh-huh.
And he says, "You're dead. I killed you." And he goes, "Nah, you ain't answering my question. You want this gift?" He said, you already offered it. I turned it down. He says, "Nah, that was a different gift. This time I offer you wrath." And he claws at him. Kriss freaks out, and then lightning strikes the cross outside, and the saber cat explodes. Kriss goes out there the next day and finds a iron tooth. Because it got struck by lightning, I guess.
Yeah.
He's super psyched about that. This is 4 chapters. I have a paperback. Yeah. But it did come out in 4 comics.
Right.
And each comic has a different name, which I will not be saying here. This is Kriss. He's like in just a body of water. And this voice is telling him, you're not part of these people. You don't belong here. They pretend like you're useful. They will turn their back on you and kick you aside. Don't even worry about it. It's going to happen. Now, this part, he's at the blacksmith. Time has skipped, but they haven't shown any indication of that. So there is time passing.
Okay.
He goes through 3 ages in this comic, and I only saw that because of the notes at the end.
Oh,
but they don't tell you when it happens. There's a couple parts where you can infer, like, okay.
They don't change his look ever?
Little bit.
Tiny
when
bit.
he gets older, he wears all black.
Okay. There you go.
Got even more emo.
Something.
His dad and Anya's dad are sitting there talking, and Anya's dad is just beaming with love for him. Dude, my son sucks at being a blacksmith. He thinks it's for mugs. He doesn't want to do it. Your son, this is awesome, dude. He loves it. He's been in there working. He does good work. Beaming, man. Loves this kid. And he's like, how you getting on? And he says, I made 16 shoes. And he gives him the haystack back. The pitchfork he broke. He gives that back to his dad. And he says, can I sleep in the smithy tonight? Anya brings him dinner out there. Hey, you can eat in here. And he's like, no, your brother don't like me. Her brother is named Vanya, and he sucks. They're at the table. Vanya, this is why he sucks. He's like, put up the smith for this scheme I have, basically. He's trying to get rich scheme, and he needs his dad to put up the smith and the blacksmithery. And the dad's like, are you stupid? Like, my great-grandpa started this. This is fed and clothed us for so long, bro.
That's steady work like
You're
a mother.
An idiot.
Yeah.
So he's like, fuck you, Dad. And Anya's like, dude, Mom got killed by a saber cat. He's just being cautious, man. Like, he cares. Just don't dick around like this. And he gets mad. He's like, that's your fault. It's your stupid friend, Kriss. And she's like, what does that have to do with anything? He said, he wouldn't even entertain giving the smith to you. He was going to retire, but now Kriss is like super into blacksmith that he's like, his love is reigniting and he's training him and everything. So he's like, it's going to be forever till he gets rid of it, which it would go to him.
Yeah.
He's not going to give it to his daughter. She don't really care. And he obviously doesn't care. He wants to be a merchant. So this whole time, this ghost, this saber cat demon thing has like steadily been talking to him. He's like listening to their conversations. You know, she may fool herself, but don't forget why you're really here, man. This ain't it. She's not it. So the voice is basically constantly being like, nah, don't listen to her, dog. You're not family.
Right.
The dad comes out beaming again, just telling how much he loves him. Like, yeah, my son doesn't like it. This is cool. What do you want out of this? And Kriss says, this iron tooth. I want a sword out of this. He doesn't say it right now, but that's what he wants.
Right.
He's back at home. This voice is still just steady talking to him. Like, he's not your father, no more than the other farmer is. None of them are your farmers. They're not your farmers, Kriss. Yeah, but he could have kicked me out.
Your life.
I don't want your life. He says, listen, don't trust either one of them old men. They're going to screw you over. But don't worry. When the time comes, I will give you the strength you need. So we don't know what this voice wants, what he's kind of edging him towards. Yeah. But there is something. Shows the dad, again, just beaming about. And, dude, Kriss's dad is trying so hard to, like, talk him down and be like, oh, he's just stubborn and you know, he's just a tick on my backside. And Anya's dad's like, no, man, he's pretty great, actually. We all kind of love him. Pretty much part of the family. Yeah, you'll say that. Wait till she shows up pregnant. And he's like, I wouldn't mind if it was him. Yeah. Really don't. He's like, he's going to be running your smith. He's like, yeah,
that would be
my
cool.
bones are getting achy, and it'd be nice to leave it to him. Keep it all in the family, you know? I like all of this. So Vanya is being a little bitch, sitting on the ground, crisscross applesauce behind the tent, listening to them just
of course.
Basically beam about freaking Kriss.
I want to marry my sister.
Kriss made a iron tooth and like a pendant, gives it to Anya. And he said, I'm not a jeweler, but yeah, here you go. Vanya shows up and says, I need to talk to my sister. And his two lackeys start leading Kriss off. So they go out into the woods. Vanya is sitting there yelling at Anya, dude, you don't give a shit about me. Like, our whole life, you've got twice the share and you still wanted mine. Yeah. Kriss, like, genuinely cares about me with no reward needed. He cares and loves me, man. Like, you suck. And he says, you think you'll marry that little goat turd and keep the smithy for yourself? And she's like, no one has thought of this. He's the only one who's having this thought process. No one's like, oh, I'm going to marry Kriss. He's not like, I'm marrying Anya and I'm going to run the smith. Yeah. He just wants to learn.
This is the way it's heading.
He wants to learn smithing, and he wanted the sword made out of the tooth. That's all he wants. Vanya meets him out in the woods. I want to be a merchant. You want to be a blacksmith. We can't have that. We both can't be happy. Blacksmith needs both his arms. So they put his arm on a tree stump. He has a fucking sledgehammer, and he goes to hit him, and Kriss's eyes go red. He pulls the kid's arms in way of the sledgehammer, and he smashes his hands. Yeah. And then the biggest dude there, he just uppercuts him, and the dude literally goes flying. Vanya swings the sledgehammer at him, and he just catches it and just rips it out of his hand. Damn. Like, no problem at all. And he's like, dude, I should really kill you, but you're lucky. Like, your sister's my friend. She's the only reason I don't kill you right now. The voice is like, told you. I told you, I give you strength, bro. Plus, I told you they're all going to screw you over. See, that's what they're all going to do. You got to return to Darkovia. And he's like, what'll I do when I get there? And he says, your heart's desire. So that's where he's trying to get him to go, is this northern country called Darkovia. Papa Anya makes a sword, and it's a badass sword. He thinks it's amazing. Keeps telling him, hey, you're family, man. Don't even worry. You're one of us. Vanya tries a different approach now. He comes up being like, listen, man, we just need to talk since you're going to be family. Come out here. Let's have a discussion. This is my favorite part of the city, right here on the edge of the cliff. Yeah. And then he kicks him in. So he thinks he's dead. He goes home. The dad and Anya are both saying, where the hell is Kriss? Yep. This isn't like him. And Vanya's, damn, I don't know. I know. Guess he bailed. Yeah. So now he's in the water. The voice is taunting him, saying, you have to descend down into the darkness. Give up all this mortal shit, man. Come down into my darkness. So he starts sinking. He pops up, goes down to go up, and then pops out of the water. And I don't know if they're statues or if they're drawings or if Kriss is just seeing it, but the 4 warriors are there as giants.
Looks cool.
Looks cool as shit.
Yeah.
And that it just shows them get out of the water, and that's it. So they're having this big party. They figure out Vanya had done something to Kriss.
Course, yeah.
And he's like, oh, it's just too bad, you know? I mean, y'all will probably forgive me. And he walks in and he goes, oh, shit, what?
Yeah.
What happened? He said, oh, I guess he fell into the old quarry. And the dad comes up, what did you do? Like, he's already pissed.
Yeah.
He gave all his money to the physician to help Kriss. And Kriss is bummed. You shouldn't have done that. He says, don't worry. We made a bed for you in Vanya's room. You're coming home. He's like, what about your brother, though? And he walks up and he's like, yeah, what indeed? And he starts really talking shit. Basically ends up saying, I should have thrown you into the quarry, talking about his sister. And Kriss is like, nah, I ain't having none of that. So he walks up and he's like, don't touch her.
Yeah.
Don't you ever touch her. And he's like, fool, you think you can protect her from me? And Kriss punches the fuck out of him. Smushes his face in.
Yeah,
I'll just say it now. Dude is ugly for the rest of the comic. Like,
oh, nice.
Like his face is messed up. He like structurally fucked up his face.
Yeah.
So he's talking to Anya's dad now. And he's like, so that's it? I'm banished? And he's like, yeah, dude, that's my son. Yeah. You damn near killed him. He'll survive if you want to know. Yeah. What are you doing here? I don't have any help anymore. I have to do a lot of work, being a big old bitch.
Yeah.
And Kriss is kind of like, well, he tried to kill me. So, I mean, would you have banished him if he killed me?
Yeah.
And he's just like, I have a lot of work to do. What do you want? I want my sword. That's what I paid the physician with. Vanya walks out and is like, Dad. He's like, I want the help. Can you teach me? He goes, yeah, son, I'll teach you now. And he's like, who are you talking to? Dude, he's fucked up. Look at him.
Oh, damn.
So he's messed up. Yeah, and he comes downstairs. Hey, who are you talking to? No one. I want to learn now, Dad. I want to learn. So he did punch some freaking humility into his
People need
face.
to get beat up sometimes.
And now the voice all over this. Yeah, see, I told you. I told you, bro. You need a bounce. You need to get out of here, dude. None of these people give a shit. And now Anya comes up. A little kid is this time passed now. I'm pretty sure he's like 16, maybe 14 now. Little kid is running in, talking about this Mad Magda's Menagerie of Wonders. Nice. It's a traveling circus fair thing. Yeah. They show a bunch of cool attractions, stilt walking, dude eats fire, some fat people, stuff like that. Kriss sneaks in, he meets Anya. She is like, I guess on a date with this dude named Olaf. He's kind of trailing behind her, like, you got to taste these dates. They're really good. She doesn't seem to be having a good time and seems like she's walking ahead of him quite a bit. Like, she don't want to be around him. Anyway, Kriss wanders into a tent. He's telling this story. There's a guy on stage telling the story. This bandit lord went to a town, met a kid, and they played chess, and the kid beat him. Said, hey, you're a good player. I can teach you to be really good. And he says, nah, I don't want none of that. This is the only game that matters, and he burns down the whole village. Yeah, because he was mad. He beat him in chess, so the guy was like, nah, I'm going to kill everyone and burn your village down. Left the kid alive. The kid was like, okay, I'm going to go learn this game. He comes back 7 years later, burns down the bandit lord's everything, kills everyone. Nice. Goes inside and says, let's play chess. If you beat me, we'll roll out. And the bandit lord beats the kid, and he says, it's a good game, but you taught me the only game that mattered. And he slices his throat, burns all his shit down. Now, he said, I'm going to go keep doing this to all the bandits. So he kept going, and then he said, I'm going to do it to the barons now, and basically created an army so big that he ended up becoming king and then emperor of Atreus. Atreus. He went all the way north. More game. I need more of the game. And despair. There's no more game. He got to the end of the world, and he basically runs everything.
Nice.
Kriss hears this and says, what's that northern kingdom? It's Darkovia, land of ice and iron. And it did take this kid a long time to conquer the north. Like years. He lost a lot of men and a lot of resources doing it, but he did it. When he got past the north, he just saw ocean and was like, fuck. Yeah. I'm done. So now a guy named Strong Bad, he's one of the carnies. He's arm wrestling. Oh, shit. Is carnies offensive?
I bet it's one of those slightly offensive.
Oh, damn. Anyway, this jacked Carney is arm wrestling a bunch of dudes, and he arm wrestles a strong man. He wins, and then he says, "Is there anyone stronger? You're the strongest guy here." And he goes, "No. You remember that ugly guy you made fun of earlier?" And he says, "Yeah." And he points to Kriss. He says, "That's the dude who did it right there." So Kriss goes and arm wrestles, and he loses. The guy starts clowning him. He gets to drink for free. Win or lose, he got to drink all night for free, so he's getting wasted now. He's out by the fire drinking. The voice is talking to him, saying, "That strength, you think I was just going to give it to you for little bullshit like that? Nah, man. My strength is like whole, absolute. Like, you can't just pop it on for a little arm wrestling contest. Nah, man. You got to go 100% in." Strong Bad, the arm wrestle guy, he comes up, starts talking to him, basically says, "Yeah, who cares if you're an outsider? If they want to kick you out, make them try. Look how big and strong I am. No one's going to make me do anything." And Kriss, how'd you join the carnival, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Olaf is now following Anya around some more. And he's like, "Give me a kiss." And she's, "No." Like, someone's over there vomiting, and we just ate a bunch of candy. And he's like, "Oh, well, that's just great. That's just fine. I spent all my money, and you're not going to give up anything. You should just told me you like Kriss." And he's straight up just like, "Fine, bitch. You should have told me that before I spent all my ducats on you."
Oh, my God.
So she bounces. She's like, "Listen, you stop planning everything around if I'm going to marry you or be with you."
Yeah.
So she walks off. The two carnies are hanging on the back of the wagon. They see the whole fight. It's these two women, and they're like, "Brutal. That's harsh. Damn, that sucks."
Yeah.
Kriss is now hearing the voice. They're talking to each other. He says, "I don't even know the way to Darkovia. What would I do when I get there?" And he says, when you put your feet on the ground of your birthright, you will know what to do. That's his. He's supposed to be king of this, I guess.
Right. Well, if he's the son of the king or whatever,
then it's rightfully his. That means something happened with the king, maybe. Usurper.
Maybe
it's one of the other three warriors.
Oh, no.
Oh, so he sees the professor guy who told him the story of the bandit lord and the other guy. And he basically tells him, "Hey, come join the carnival with me. We'll probably travel to the north one day, and you can hop off when we get there." Anya shows up saying, "Hey, the guy I was with last night, is he still here?" She finds him in bed with the two other girls, and she's like, "Hey, your mom's looking for you." And he's like, "I can explain." She's like, I don't care. I don't like you.
Yeah.
You didn't do anything wrong. You don't have to explain anything.
Yeah.
She sees Kriss, and Kriss is, they keep doing this, like, "Hey, I know it's hard being my friend." And she's like, "No, you were there for me when my mom died. You'll always be my family." He's like, "Dude, no, you're going to have a husband and a wife one day, or a husband and a kid one day. And there's going to be no room for me in that family." And she's like, "I'll always make room." And Olaf walks up trying to like apologize and basically says, "I want to marry you." And she's like, "Dude, fuck off."
Yeah.
So now the town is grouped together and they're arguing because Anya's dad thinks the carnies are like thieves. So she lost her pendant. She's freaking out like, "Hey, have y'all seen my pendant?" And he goes, "That does it," and turns around and starts yelling at him. The big strong dude comes out and is like, "Yeah, y'all just try to make us leave."
Yeah.
Like, "No, it's not happening. We're doing our thing." Olaf is at a fortune teller who tells him basically, "Yeah, you'll be with Anya. Don't even worry about it."
Yeah.
So he leaves all happy. Kriss is like, "Hey, I know her, and that's probably not going to happen."
Yeah.
She explains it's not magic. It's all BS. You want to believe the magic. You don't want to believe the truth. He sees the carnival rolling away, and he goes and stops them. And he says, "The professor said I could come with you." And the dude in charge says, "I thought he was with you. He's not one of us." And he sees the pendant on one of the girls' necks. And he's like, "Where'd you get that?" She said, "Oh, I've had it for ages." And he goes, "Yeah, no, I made that. That's mine." So Strongbad comes out and is like, "Oh, you think you're going to boss us around now?" He's like, "I see why y'all are like pieces of shit outcasts. Like, I'm way better compared to y'all." And he got mad and he swings on him. He just blocks it. And then he punches him so hard that he throws up blood. And blood comes out of the wound on his stomach.
Oh.
And Kriss's hand is just covered in blood.
Dude.
And he just says, "Give us all our shit back."
Yeah.
This is dope part.
Damn.
He goes home, tells Anya listen, there might be a day where I have to go away. Just know that it's not you. And she, okay, fine. This is way later. He's 16 now. Lord Protectorant is in town. He's rolling around. Kriss is in town getting money from someone, from some job he did. Anya's in town getting vegetables. They start talking to each other. Fight on sight.
Bing, bang, boom.
They see each other, and he's like, I haven't seen you in a while, which has like been months and months. So she says, I'm fine. She throws up. She's pregnant. It's the Lord Protectorant. Dad comes and sees Kriss and Anya talking and drags her away. And he says, haven't you done enough to our family? So Kriss is at home. He's downstairs. The voice is talking to him. You're going to die here. You're going to disappear like all those stupid drawings on your wall. You need to get out of here. Vanya shows up and is like, hey, she's pregnant. And Kriss is like, oh, what? No, it's not me. We're just friends. It's not me. And Vanya was like, damn, I was kind of hoping it was you because I know you would take care of it. Take care of her. I knew you'd take care of it.
The tone of voice is very important in that saying those words.
I know you'd take care of it.
Take care of it.
Oh. Yeah, be like a loving father and take care of it. So Vanya and Dad really want to know who's the dad. Kriss goes over there and tries to talk to her, and she says, you're here to get me to tell you. He goes, I already know. The way you looked at the goofy Lord Protectorate and the way he looked at you, I know that. You're a dumbass. Why did you do that? And she's like, I just fell for it. Like, I have to be humble. Even my thoughts have to be humble. And when a bastard son of a king came around, it was like, maybe I could have a bougie, fancy life.
Oh, yeah.
And he was straight up like, listen, babe, can't marry you. I'm a bastard and you're a peasant.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. We can keep smashing though.
I'd actually prefer.
That's fine. I'm cool with that. Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
So he goes and tells Dad and Vanya, this is who it is. He goes, I'm going to pay him a visit. So he goes in there, sneaks into the Lord Protectorant's room. Vanya and his two boys show up and they're like, well, it's my sister, like, we're coming with you. Total misunderstanding. Kriss is there to fuck shit up. He like smashes the head of the guard with a candlestick, and he goes in there and he's like, who are you? And Kriss is like, who are we? We are subjects. We're the dude who put gold in. It goes on this righteous fucking speech.
Nice.
And he picks up his sword and he goes, you know how I know you didn't kill that saber cat? Because it was me. I did it. I'm the one who did all that. And he picks up the sword, and then Vanya clonks him over the head with a candlestick. Vanya was like, I thought we were going to make him marry my sister. And the other dude's like, really? You thought that's what we were doing? And the third guy's like, we should just get out of here.
I think that guy's a smart guy.
He was like, what the hell are we doing?
Dude,
we need to get out of here.
None of this.
He's third wheel, so he had no say in it. You know those guys don't have shit to say. They're just like, yeah, we got to go.
All right.
Those are the Donnies.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie. You're out of your element. Kriss is strung up now, hanging from some wooden structure where he's hanging from both wrists. And the captain of the lordship's guard, his lordship's guard, this dude's a real piece of work. He's like, you know what all you stupid peasants are being protected from is this riffraff. The other three guys are in handcuffs and chains as well.
Yeah.
And he's like, make no mistake, if my lord wanted me to kill every single one of y'all, I would. Just know that's how I roll for this dude. But this is what happens when you don't have protection. We have this stuff. The Lord Protectorant sees him, and his little lackey is like, dude, he's already got whip marks. And the Lord realizes, like, nah, those aren't whip marks. He knows that dude did kill the saber cat.
Oh,
like,
the scratches
he knows
from the
for
saber.
sure. He's
Yeah,
like, that's what that is. He's talking to the voice now. Kriss says, you brought me to this. And the voice says, I did. He says, you must help me. And he says, it comes with a weight. Heavy weight, dog. Give all this shit up. Forsake the life of mortals. That's what I need you to do.
Yeah.
He's staring at Anya and he's like, no, I can't. And he's getting whipped. Embrace it. I do. And he whips him and he starts laughing.
Yeah.
And lightning strikes the structure. Everyone goes flying. And the guy says, what in God's name happened? And he says, well, which gods are you asking? You reckon things wrong. Another totally righteous speech. He's like, you got it wrong. You lived under my protection. You depended on my favor. That shit's gone, lost forever. they're like, let the captain go, and he breaks his neck. So
nice.
That dude's out. The Lord Protector gets in the wagon. They roll out. They're gone. They're going so fast.
They're like drifting around the corners shit.
They hit a rock and the wheel busts off.
Exactly.
And they fall over.
Yes, nice.
The Lord Protector, it's like, someone help. And Kriss is like, yeah, what's up? He's like, no, not you.
No.
So he is about to totally kill this guy.
Yeah.
Anya walks up and is like, what are you doing? All Kriss does is he turns around and says, he deserves it. He stops. They say, no, don't. The dad's like, get back, Anya. And the brother is saying, you're crazy. Don't go near him. And he's like, what? You think I would hurt you?
Yeah.
They're like, do I? I don't know you at all right now. Get away from her. Let's get out of here. Gives another chill, righteous speech to the Lord Protector and like, hey, man, any day, any one of us, even the most downtrodden and poor person, can rise up and take everything from you.
Yeah.
Keep to your little fancy balls and bullshit. Stay behind your walls. Mm-hmm. You're good there. That's where we want you. Mm-hmm. If not, show some respect. There'll be a reckoning if not. So he's all dressed up to roll out. Anya comes up and is like, I knew you'd have to leave one day, but this isn't what I imagined. Are you doing all this for my sake? And he goes, I don't know. No. And she says, you're the only friend I can count on. I need you now more than ever. There's something inside of you. If you let it, it will burn away. It'll burn you away, or it'll burn everything you hold dear.
Okay.
And the voice is like, too late, bitch.
Yeah.
We're going to Darkovia. The fire rises. It's going to burn everything.
The fire rises.
I did it. Literally all 4 times I read this,
yeah.
I did it. The fire rises.
The fire
and
rises.
It shall consume your enemies. I love it, dude.
Yeah.
All who defy it shall burn. The end.
Nice. Did it actually continue somewhere?
No. So the whole comic, it felt lingering. It was lingering, man.
Okay.
Like, he introduced the concept of going here, and it took him a while. If it took him a while to get going, and he goes at the very end. We don't see Darkovia. We don't see the journey.
It's a setup to a journey.
Yes.
Yeah.
If there was another comic after this, it would make this one better.
I 100% agree without having to even have read it.
The art was cool. I mean, it's not my style. It's not the best thing I've ever seen.
It was passable, or is passable.
Yeah, it's a little kooky, quirky, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
You know, people have big noses.
Yeah.
And big faces sometimes. Kriss
people's faces are weird.
Yeah, it's a very
weird.
Distinct art style. And I didn't mind it. I didn't hate it. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't raving about it. The faces, same. Like I said, they had goofy faces. Some people looked normal. Anya had a good face.
I could tell expressions that people were having, so that means they're doing the faces good.
Yeah, no, exactly. As far as it functional, it's fine.
Yeah.
No problem whatsoever. I think this just more comes down to what I like, my style.
Not our style, exactly.
Yeah, so if there was more, it'd be great. The last thing I'll say about it is it's like when you have a Tupperware and you have a lid, but it's not the one that goes to it.
Oh, it's so close.
It works, but it's not the actual lid. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what I feel on this. He hung around a little, like, really long.
Yeah.
And Anya didn't feel like the best friend they keep saying she is.
She didn't show it. Was all off screen, basically. They're like, oh, she's actually really cool and stuff.
I mean, off screen, they were like, yeah, we haven't seen her for months. You know?
Right.
So, like, she seemed selfish at the end.
Right.
And she seemed very like, you're my friend, but I'm not your friend. Mm-hmm. Like, when I need stuff, you do it.
Oh, gotcha.
You don't come to me with stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of felt like that.
That's what it made you feel. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I see it, man. I see what he was doing, what they were doing, and I thought it was cool.
Uh-huh.
Like, there's some stuff, like, there's
a lot of good in there.
A lot of good ideas, a lot of good concepts. I really like it. It is a cool fantasy story. I do like the idea of hanging around in town like that to just, you don't see the journey.
Yeah.
You're not going to see the crazy fantasy road trip.
Huge battles. And
Exactly. So I see what you're doing, but it felt long. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the focus should have been elsewhere. I don't want to try and tell this dude what he did wrong. It's just what I felt. Like, there was a few parts where I'm like, okay, we're still in town. I was waiting for him to go.
Yeah.
Also, no confirmation that that's his dad. Those 4 warriors never came back. They were just introduced at the beginning and like a dream
once
he
he
had.
went real badass, they weren't talking to him anymore or whatever?
No, it was like just the demon guy, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe he took up the space where the 4 warriors were. But it just seems like it abandoned it. Like, that's what I mean, the lid thing. It's closed, but not totally.
Gotcha.
There's still some things where it's like, I mean, obviously he's leaving to go on a road trip into another country with like stories abound, but I mean, in this 4 issues, like there's still some stuff that I'm like, where did he come from? Like his story, like, even as a little kid, what was he treated like? Just there's a bunch of stuff, but I see it. I liked what it was trying to do. A lot. I'll leave it at that, Adam. I'm done.
Bing, bang, boom. Oh, wait.
Oh, shit. That's fighting?
Fuck. No. I think it's my part now.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, fuck. It's my part. Okay.
So I got do that, bro. We're fighting. I was like, I don't have my guy.
Yeah, spike your adrenaline.
Wake us up.
Yeah. So I got a Xenoholics. It comes out. It came out in 2012 from Image, of course. It's based in...
So sick of Image. God, I'm sick of them.
They're so prolific with the style and the tone of the comics that we want and do. So it's impossible.
It's a compliment when I say that.
It's such a huge compliment.
Because they just do everything, and everything they do is cool.
It is.
For the most part, a lot of it, so much of it is just cool.
Their percentage of cool to not cool is crazy.
Yeah, very crazy.
It's really good.
Oh, yeah.
It's impressive, to be honest. It really is. Yeah. All right, so it's called Xenoholics. This has got some like underlying themes of like addiction and whatnot, and I thought it was just a clever name for the name of the comic. Like, oh, these are people that have been abducted by aliens, and they have like a support group for abductees. And yes, that is what it is, but also it's just like for underlying addictions and different kinds of addictions and stuff.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Yeah, and the art is the most super early 2000s art you've ever seen. More than 2012.
Oh my god. Okay.
More than 2012.
Can I say it? I thought you were gonna get when you said X. I knew you were gonna get something like this. I was like, it's gonna be 90s, 2000s art. I know it. Yeah. It's gonna be like robots or monsters or aliens or something. And there's probably gonna be some big crazy guns in it. I don't know. Something like that.
So the art
and I was right, Adam.
Extremely 90s, extremely early 2000s art. See? Like to the T. Like if you had told me this came out in 2012, I would have like 2002.
See, I do like that when they make it look.
It is cool.
That's cool.
The character design is of that time as well. Everybody's very cartoonish. And very loose, flowy lines. Nothing's like super defined.
Okay.
The edges aren't perfect. There's like some weird angles. You know what I mean? It's very loose and sloppy style. The covers, the cover to the trade paperback is that same art style. But the covers it seemed that came out maybe with the issues were way cooler. It was like a completely different art style. It was like a painting style.
Oh, okay.
And I think I'm almost positive it was done by a different guy. Covers, a completely different artist. Oh, they did, both of them did some. So the artist on the inside did a cover, and then they also have a separate guy who did covers too.
Okay.
But the covers are really cool. They're like paintings of aliens, like really high definition, like fancy, like very artistic style alien.
Would I want to hang that on my wall?
Exactly. Oh, exactly. You wouldn't be like, that's a comic book cover or page. It's like, oh, that's a really pretty painting. So I love the character designs in this. Everybody's stumpy. Everybody's stumpy. Like the dudes, they make one of the guys, they make him look like he's 3 feet tall. And no one says anything about him even being short. But like he stands as high as a bar stool. The one guy. Yeah.
That's a short guy.
Yeah. And then the guys that aren't short, their proportions would make them like 4.5 feet tall or something. Like they just look silly. And then the women are all taller than the men. Every single woman's taller than every dude. And they're not even that skinny proportioned. They're wide proportioned for a comic book chick. Yeah. Because with comic book chicks, it's always exaggerated those other directions. Where it's ultra skinny, like overly skinny. Where this one, like, it's neither. she's not overly skinny, but that she's not a brick either.
Okay.
Well, some of the chicks are thick. Like the body types in this are amazing and very varied. Mm-hmm. There's guys that have like really big, heavy, muscular upper bodies. Yeah. They have guys that seem to have muscular lower bodies. They have chicks that are like thicker, like just every combination of body style. Okay. But most of the dudes look kind of stumpy.
This is our segment. Would you hit it, Adam? Would you hit it?
On all counts, yes.
That's the answer we were looking for.
Across the board.
Sounds good.
I'll do the faces now. Everybody's face is really distinct. Very simple, cartoonish faces. But everybody's face, all the older dudes look very gruff. And you can't see, like, their eyes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, their pupils and like, scleras and everything. You can't really see it. It's just, like, lines. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, No. We're so bad at the art, explaining the art. It's not even funny.
Yeah, it's bad.
So, like I said, it's a group of people that go to, like, basically AA meetings, Abduction Anonymous meetings. And they talk about how they got abducted and how it affected their lives. And none of them agree on anything. That's not what the aliens look like. Oh. No, that's not what they did to me. They're actually really nice to me.
Their ship was different than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one chick got gangbanged. She thinks she got gangbanged by the aliens.
Damn.
The other guy thinks they were... I'll get into that. Because this is a very, very... I love all the concepts of this comic.
All right.
All the concepts of this comic hit it out of the park. I think some of the pacing and the other things aren't as amazing. But the overall idea, the creator, I was about to skip all this. The writer is Joshua Williams. The artist is Seth Damoose.
Okay.
And they both kill it. I love the very unique character designs. All the dudes are like little stumpy fire hydrants. The chicks are kind of tall. It's very unique. So they're all in disagreement over what these aliens are like. And there's a professor who runs the AA meetings.
Yeah.
And he's very... accepting, but also kind of doesn't believe that they were abducted by aliens. So he kind of approaches it like, you have something going on, you might have been abducted and this affected you, but we need to figure out how we can deal with this trauma. And so he's very like realistic with it. And logical, yes, exactly. And he doesn't say, oh, that didn't happen or anything like that. He's like, well, what do you think that could mean?
The therapist trick.
Well, yeah, they kind of introduced this guy Bob as our main character. He gets introduced showing Bob. He got abducted, and this is what happened, and he did get abducted. I'm gonna say it right now, not by aliens. He did get abducted though, but not by aliens.
Russians.
We find out that it was the government abducted him. So this is very X-Files-y, where the government is faking aliens to cover up aliens type of situation. I don't know if you know X-Files a lot and whatnot, but what they do is the government has things that look like UFOs. They have suits that make them look like real aliens.
There's always an explanation for it.
They do it. It's their deep dark secret. Smoking Man was 10 steps ahead type of shit. And so we find out really fast. I'm going to be hitting you with a lot of things before we get into even the storyline.
Don't hit me with nothing.
I'll hit you with whatever the fuck I want.
I'll hit you back.
You know that's how I like it. All right. So they're all in meetings and whatnot, and we get introduced to Bob. We see he gets abducted. So in that, we see that, this does actually happen. All these people aren't insane. Something probably happened to them in some way. But like I said, everybody's different story and whatnot. And then our second main character is Kyle, who's a writer. And he's going to these meetings to like write and make fun of these people. And during all this, there was an insane crop circles, but done in New York City, like on concrete and like in cities and stuff.
That's cool.
And it happened in Portland and it happened in New York. All this crazy alien stuff is coming out. People are seeing aliens. All these people are being abducted by aliens. And the day that happens, that the crop circles happen, the professor disappears. So our group, which consists of Bob, who used to be a cop. He's the guy as our main character. Mm-hmm. He got abducted by the government. So we know he got abducted. And then Maven is a boxer, an older gentleman who was like on his way out boxing. It was like the end of his career.
Yeah.
He said he got abducted. They taught him how to fight better. And his next fight, he almost killed the guy because he fought so good. And then we see him in a minute that he does actually have powers.
Oh, okay.
And then we also find out aliens did not abduct him. It's way weirder than that. But he does have powers. All right. So I'll get to Maven here in a minute. That's Maven. He's a boxer.
That's a guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Sergeant Rhodes Jr., they call him just Junior. He's a Marine vet, and he got abducted during one of the wars. I don't remember what it was. It was like a later war. It wasn't like fucking World War II or something. It was like Vietnam.
One
or
of the
Korea.
smaller ones.
Yeah. And he got abducted, and he kind of flipped out and had to leave the military or whatever.
War.
The war. And so now he's an older guy too. And then we have Paige, who is a housewife. She's very like prim and proper. Mm-hmm. We have Ginger, who's the leader of a rock band, lead singer of a rock band. And she thinks she got abducted and gangbanged by aliens.
Oh, that's her?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Kyle is the writer, and he didn't get abducted. He didn't think he got abducted.
There to write
He's just
about
there
him.
to make fun of these people, basically. So the day everything crazy happens, the professor disappears when they were supposed to have a meeting. So they're all together, and they're like, what's happened to the professor? Aliens. Bro, we knew it. Fucking aliens. We might not agree on anything else, but now everyone knows we're not crazy, and everybody still thinks they're crazy because... There's no 100% proof.
Yeah, we don't have time to worry about that shit.
I ain't got no time for that.
I got no time for aliens.
They go, we got to find the professor. Paige, the housewife, goes, well, I know where he lives. And they're like, what? They were like, y'all friends? You know each other? And she was like, no, I just had to make sure he wasn't one of the pod people that one of the aliens that took over and was trying to trick us and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, all right, I guess we're glad you did that.
So she had her own little mission.
Her own little thing. So they all go to his apartment. And they're like on the outs, they open the door, and inside there's green goo everywhere. And then there's like a cartoon body shape in the outer brick wall of the apartment. You know, when somebody would go through the wall and make. So there was basically that in the
like
outer
a professor shaped hole.
Yeah, kind of. But it's up on like, you know, the 30th floor or whatever. So they come in, they're like, the professor got abducted. And one of it's Kyle goes, how do we know he got abducted? And there's green goo and like glowing outline shape of a human in the wall. And they're like, are you fucking for real?
Oh, look.
Because he's the only one that doesn't believe.
He's
the only one in the whole thing that's like, no, this is bullshit. And so, like I said, they start us with Bob being like the main character or whatever. And then, like, they kind of throw Kyle as, like, the secondary main character.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of weird. That's one of the only stumbles in this comic, I think, is having, like, that split too much. So the whole crew is really funny, and, like, they have really good chemistry, and they banter. So they're like, where are we going to find the professor? We need to find him. Find out what happened to him. He got abducted. Something terrible happened. They don't know. So they're like, where would he be? Where else... could like what avenue do we have to search for the professor?
Yeah, what skills do we have to look for someone?
Yeah, and because the one guy's a cop, so he's like, all right, here's what we can do.
Yeah, start there.
Whatever. And then Junior, the military guy, goes, well, I mean, I have maybe a few ideas of where we could maybe check that might work. And they were like, okay, cool, thanks, Junior. And so they all decide to stick together, which is cool. Like they actually, like, very realistically, one guy goes, I'm gonna go home. like I want to go eat and like take a shower and stuff, and like because they've been running around all day like dealing with shit. And they're like the sergeant or Junior was like, I don't think we should do that actually, and then convinced everybody to stick together. I was like, that's funny.
That normally comes later. Yeah. They'll all want to split apart at the beginning. Nice touch.
So it was good.
I would be that guy. I'm gonna roll.
So I would have already been gone.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said it. I wouldn't have
showed up
gone.
to the AA in the first place, but
so, I just wouldn't have been there.
Yeah, completely.
I wouldn't know any of these people.
I wouldn't even have cared. My day would be going normal. I would have smoked a bowl, got up, had a normal day, gone to bed, not worrying about anything.
Aliens abducted
me.
Did
I hear something about crop circles in the city? That's crazy. That would have been the worst of my day.
Yeah.
These idiots going to AA.
Yeah, I got abducted, but I kicked their ass.
No, I actually fucked them. They were trying to probe me, and I was like, me first?
I ended up probing them.
I probed them.
I learned so much, and then they dropped me off.
Spikes. They have spikes on the inside.
After I kicked their ass.
They have spikes on the inside. That's what I learned. So they're all sticking together. Junior is like, I have a place maybe we could search. He's like, it's like a club bar. And they go, and it's like a UFO kink sex club.
Nice.
And it's very graphic. Very graphic. There's like ladies wearing like alien outfits covered in jizz, just like standing around, and like naked little dwarf people standing around and like, I don't know. It's like graphic, honestly.
Yeah.
And they walk in and they're like, what the bouncer's like, hey, y'all can't come in. And Ginger was at the front, and she's a hot chick and famous. And the guy was like, no, you can't come in here. And she was like, what? And she's like, I'm famous, blah. People are losing their virginity and listening to my music right now, blah, blah, blah. He goes, you seem like trouble. We don't let trouble in here. Junior walks up to the front. He's like, Terry, it's me. And he's like, oh, Junior, my man.
What's up?
This bossy-ass chick yours? And he was like, yeah. And he goes, I didn't think that was your type. He was like, shh, shh. He was like, shh, shh, quiet, man. Keep it on the low. And so they walk in, and that's when you get the very graphic picture of where they're at. Yeah. It's just a giant, like, orgy room / with a bar. And there's people that, like, the Silver Surfer's there. Uatu is there. The Guardians are there. Just like some knockoffs. Lilu from The Fifth Element is there. So, because they're all cosplaying.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it's aliens.
Yeah. So it's a cosplay. I was like,
shit, did he say it was Marvel? What the hell?
Yeah, so like they're all like cosplaying, whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Who wants to bang Uatu?
Oh, he's there by himself.
He's watching.
He's watching. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, man. That's such a good visual gag now. Because he's standing, he's not talking to anybody. He's standing there by himself, watching people.
He's just watching.
Yeah, bro.
That's awesome.
Ghost Rider's there. Why is Ghost Rider there? Oh, and then there's a lady giving a giant, I don't know what you would call that, Sasquatch / Yeti a blowjob in the middle of the room.
Damn.
But that looks like it's a real thing. It doesn't look like it's a guy wearing a outfit. He's like seven times taller than everybody else.
Wow. Man, it sounds fun.
There's a snake. There's a literal snake. No, this world is actually fucking buck wild, bro.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, and then I see a real monster too. So like this is a real fetish club where people from other fucking dimensions come, I guess.
Okay.
They you get to look into a bunch of the rooms. There's like a devil room where everybody's smoking and painted like the devil, banging. There's like a Star Wars room where they're banging. Like they see everything. So they go there and they're kind of posted up, asking the people around about the professor, trying to find out the professor. And this is where we find out that Maven actually wasn't abducted by aliens. That's weird. That's fake. These people are dumb liars.
Yeah.
Cthulhu's real, obviously. And
Sasquatch
Cthulhu,
and other monsters.
Yeah, and Cthulhu, I guess, is an alien if you want to get like technical about it.
Yeah.
But he's still saying like, oh, these other people are lying because that's obviously fake, but Cthulhu's real.
Yeah.
So he got visited by Cthulhu, and he's like a champion for Cthulhu.
Actual Cthulhu?
Yeah.
Or
yes.
Do they say Cthulhu?
It is Cthulhu. It is.
Do they say it though?
No. But look, tell me that's not Cthulhu.
It doesn't look like anything to me. But no, okay. What do they call it though?
He doesn't say. He doesn't say at all. They just show Cthulhu.
I threw you off with that.
Yeah, you did.
You got scared for a second.
I was like, wait, what? And that's just dropped. Like, it's not really brought up again until later.
It's weird. Sasquatch and Cthulhu, but aliens, that's stupid.
The whole situation is very weird. Yeah,
okay.
Because everybody on this world is very skeptical of everything, but we've seen, like, wild shit. The monster was getting
dome in the middle of the living room.
Yeah, exactly. Only at kink clubs you can find the aliens and the monsters and shit.
Yeah. So
they're all kind of hanging out, and they're all kind of discussing their own experiences and stuff, and you find out Ginger's story, and it wasn't a fun. Her story wasn't a fun one. It was a bad one. Yeah. And so they're all kind of talking about how they all have addictions of some sort as well, and then we find out Paige doesn't have a husband and son.
You did it too.
Husband and wife. Fuck, it was your fault, you bastard. Husband and son. They're just dolls in her house. So they don't really. I don't
That's
remember.
The rock star, right?
No. Paige is the housewife.
Paige.
Ginger's the rock star. So Paige has been like, I better get home to my husband and wife, blah, blah, blah.
They're just dolls.
And they're just dolls. And I don't think they died. I don't think they died. I think she's literally just crazy and thought she had a husband.
So never did.
Never did.
Got it.
So they didn't get abducted and they're gone. That's not what happened to her. So it seems, so at this point, and she's the one that thinks about the body snatchers and whatnot. So at this point, you're like, oh, she's batshit crazy too. So it's obviously not she's crazy. She didn't get abducted or whatever. She's just crazy because some people have got abducted and some people have gone crazy. And you find out Ginger did not get abducted. She was hallucinating really bad.
Okay.
And was in a really bad part of her life. And she just conflated everything together.
The aliens all ganged her?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you also know what's his name got abducted, blah, blah, blah. So,
but it was the government.
Yeah. So here's where we find out there's the men in white, which is a real thing, like the men in black, except they wear all white.
Yeah.
And they're trying to, they do know about aliens and stuff. And they come to like talk to them and fight them about the professor. He like comes and meets them. And he pulls a gun on Maven. And Maven uses his Cthulhu strength and knocks him out the window and out a wall. So he makes like another. They were still in the. Let me jump back for a second. This is where they actually met the men in white. Was back at the professor's office before they went to search. He showed up there, and his name's Wax, Mr. Wax, or something like that. He pulls a gun on Maven, and Maven's like, "Fuck that." He said, "I don't play that," or something like that. It was really funny. He said, like, "Maven don't play that," or something like that. It was fucking hilarious. Nice. And people were like, "Dude, you like backhanded him," and he went flying through the wall. So, like, that he's got real powers. Some people didn't get abducted. Some people did get abducted, but it was the government.
Yeah, and not aliens.
And then you find out that those are the men in white, which means there are aliens of some sort. If the men in white are around.
Think they are.
And the men in white are like, what's the deal with these aliens? You know what I mean? So, you're just like, what the fuck? So, they're kind of hanging out at the sex club or whatever. Mm-hmm. And while they're there, Mr. Wax shows up with the other men in white and just murked the entire club. They don't even say anything. They just walk in and start shooting the people that have nothing to do with it. Like just the patrons of the sex club. The big Yeti guy gets killed.
Oh.
Yeah, I was not happy.
Yeah, that's not cool at all.
No, he was a big target. It's too easy. Yeah. So they show up and they're all vindictive. They're like, hey, you guys want to surrender? We're going to kill more people. What makes you think savagely murdering everybody that's not involved would make me, the person involved, more likely to hand myself over to you?
I mean,
not in a million years.
Yeah.
I would run and let all those innocent people die.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
That's real life. And so they deuce out and they're running away from the Mr. Wax. And as they're running away from Mr. Wax, the aliens that abducted Bob in the beginning show up, and they're dressed like the aliens, like kind of like a little mech suit type of thing.
Oh, cool.
And they look really cool. They get like wearing a bunch of armor, and they're like, I told you to leave us out of this. And they're like, we told you to leave us alone, and blah blah blah. So they have like a cool little fight, and it's so funny because their fight, like they get like laser shot each other, and it's like Looney Tunes where like they just turn brown, like charred, and then they're fine, or they pat the fire off their head. Okay. And I was like, dude, this world is weird. If they're human, what the hell? And then you find out they're here in just a second that those are not humans.
Oh,
they're the men in white are the only thing that is an alien besides Cthulhu, I guess, in the setting that because the Bob's aliens are just the government. We know we find out the men in white are the only real aliens in this.
Okay. That's
so,
cool.
Through this last little kind of wrap up of the end, this is where I'm going to point it out. This is where Paige like confronts her demons and it was like, maybe I didn't get abducted. And then she realizes the drugs and all those horrible things that were happening to her anyways. Mm-hmm. And they kind of like come to like some agreements, or to like some epiphany type things. I was like, oh, it's wrapping up. Like I could tell they're wrapping it up to some degree. They escape the men in white. They go talk to the government aliens. This is actually where you find out that the aliens are the government aliens. Right. Here at the end, they're talking to the government aliens. Oh no, my bad. They get captured by the men in white. My bad. I thought they were captured by. They were talking to the government aliens, which we found out were people, and now they're talking to the men in white. Mm-hmm. And the men in white reveal right here that they're the aliens, and that Paige was right. The body snatchers are the real aliens.
Oh, she was.
And those guys, the reason they don't die is because they have little aliens that, like, it's like a symbiote almost, but it's actual like a little dude, and it goes in your body, and he makes you tough, and that's why their bodies didn't get blown away by lasers or whatever. Okay. And we find out that Paige, the one that had fake rubber family, was right, and that these are the snatchers. She calls them the snatchers. This is where we find out everything gets kind of come together. They're like the ending is like, isn't it terrible being right sometimes? And like, that's like the last of it. And I was like, oh my God, dude, like this is so fucking cool. This is about to pick up. I can't wait to finish, like, whenever they get into it deep, and then that's, like, the end of that part. So it's like yours, where it's the beginning / setup to a bigger story.
Oh, what?
And the first reveal gets revealed.
Yeah, and then
this is the beginning of a larger universe.
Yeah.
We're about to go fight the real aliens, and maybe we'll work with the government who's pretending like they're aliens. And no, wait, Paige wasn't crazy. She seemed like the crazy one, you know. Actually, she was the only one that was smart.
Why did any of this stuff happen to these people?
Yeah.
Why does this dude have superpowers? Like, you know.
Yeah, and the funny part is the aliens, the Snatchers, argue with the head of the government aliens, and they're like bickering friends. They used to be friends, and like they're like enemies now. And
they work together.
The professor was friends with them as well. So the three main guys were the head alien guy, the head of a government alien guy, and the professor. So you find out the professor was connected with them and has something to do with the real aliens and the government aliens, and he was part of the experiment, blah, 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 blah. So you're like, oh, that's awesome. Like, I knew the professor thing was going to have to come up again. Like,
right, obviously.
Yeah, but so you find out, like, they're the three main pillars of this alien shit.
All right.
And I was like, dude. I went a little further, and I was like, no, but... Where's the rest?
End.
Where's the rest?
The end.
I want more.
Bet you wanted to see that, didn't you?
Bro, I wanted to see the giant alien war invasion.
Well, go to our Kickstarter and donate.
Donate $40 billion.
So we can make the next one.
And just the next one, though. That's only enough for
just the one comic, yeah.
Oh, man. So the art in it was a little silly. I say this so much, but I feel like it's true so often that it complemented the story. It was very set. The looked 90s or very early, like 2002, 2003.
It's cool.
The story was awesome. I loved finding like it was trying to be a little complicated without actually being complicated. Meaning like, oh, some people it did happen. Some people are lying. Yeah. Some people think it happened.
Yeah.
Other things happened. Government basically. And I was like, cool, because in real life that's how the world is. It's never all one thing.
To the actual...
It's never all one thing of anything.
Yeah, that's
and so point. I thought that was really cool. I thought the little tiny character arcs are like very distinct characters that they all had in such a small number of issues was really awesome. I really liked the cover art or like the pinup art, whatever you want to say, like for each issue, because this is trade paperback, so I'm not sure if it was the actual cover or extra art was done. Those were amazing. Of the soft alien painting ones, those are, like you said, you want it to hang up on your wall. You're not like, oh, that's a cool cover to a comic. It's like, that's an insanely beautiful painting. It hit a bunch of checklist of things I like you were saying, and it avoided being negative cliches. It obviously had a bunch of joke, and that's kind of the point. Stereotypes, alien abduction stereotypes, but they used that. That was the point.
Yeah, that was them kind of dismantling the cliches.
Yes, and the writing by Joshua Williams, to be applauded. It was very entertaining, and it actually made me laugh out loud a few times.
Oh, nice.
Which is not easy when you're reading comics all the time.
Hard.
It was dope. Bang. Bang. A boo! It's time! Once again.
Keep going. Go ahead.
For your smackdown of Adam beating the shit out of Matt.
That is not what this is called.
Well, then what's it called, Matt?
It's called Matt versus Adam.
That's right.
My
Matt versus
first.
We take sounds better.
I'm doing the thing. We take a random character generator online. We see who would win between who we get. Today we're doing Marvel. I got Klaw.
Yeah.
Ulysses Klaw,
yeah.
And you got
Daken.
Wolverine's
ass
son.
Yeah, I was wondering where you were going to step on that one.
Well, like you said, he's like the worst of the Wolverines. And
So yes, in pure power and fighting, he is probably the worst of the Wolverines.
But he's still a Wolverine.
Yes. And at one point, he becomes Helverine, by the way.
Oh,
if you didn't know.
You don't have Helverine.
Yes.
Does he stay Helverine?
Bro, do you think your guy's gonna stay your guy
yeah,
forever?
Apparently he is, because he's a main villain in Fantastic Four and
he's an
Black Panther.
energy man now, which means he's gonna dissipate into the energy cosmos until they need him again.
I'm just going off of what the wiki says.
Well, he's dead. Mine's dead, I'm pretty sure now. So the last thing he was Helverine. So we're going to go off the Helverine line.
Sure, whatever.
But that's not even my main argument for how I'm going to win this fight.
Okay, but listen, we're both out. It's downtown Houston. We see each other. It's like 2 blocks of downtown Houston. We see each other's fight on sight.
Fight on sight.
So Klaw, my character, he's a villain.
Yeah.
Of Black Panther, like his 3 arch nemesis, along with Man-Ape and Killmonger.
Yeah.
So he's pretty badass. What I read, it took Black Panther and Fantastic Four to kill him. So I'll just do my power since I kind of know how this is going to go. I have superhuman strength, superhuman durability, sound manipulation, high-level intellect, and combat proficiency.
Okay.
That's all I got.
No, bullshit, really?
Yeah, but
okay.
the wiki said that when I became that sound dude, he's basically indestructible.
Right. So you get all sorts of other stuff.
Yeah, it can shape sound waves and was virtually indestructible.
Okay.
And this is like his main biography at the beginning.
Right.
Like in this version, it's like his main 616 version.
Okay, so I don't know how much you read or know about Daken.
I read a little bit. I know a little bit.
So a lot of Daken's actual important powers, and that the ones he uses the most are his like pheromones and his seduction and his manipulation. So he can make dudes that aren't gay fall in love with him and like literally be like little puppy dogs just by his manipulation and his pheromones and his persuasions and all that.
That's fucking stupid.
So he's got to do the regeneration, the pheromones, superhuman strength, speed, stamina, agility, reflexes, acute senses, retractable claws. And then whenever he turns into Helverine transformation, he gets Hellfire generation and chain projection and supernatural awareness. So even if I'm just my guy and you're the guy at the same time, or if we're both heavy duty, I think it would be a cool fight. Either way, I think in regular bodies, standard bodies, I'm going to destroy you all day, every day.
I mean, maybe.
I think for real.
I mean, superhuman durability.
Well, because I could, like, make you not want to even kill me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. But then, like, my sound waves could fuck you up, too.
Yeah, but it's not going to incapacitate him enough to keep me from killing you. Just because he's Wolverine. He's got it says extreme tolerances to pain is literally one of
I
his
know
things.
he's tough and like damn near indestructible.
Yeah, he's
not
stealth,
invulnerable though.
master acrobat as well.
I mean, I got a arm cannon thing.
Master assassin.
I mean, because I don't want to say you're Helverine.
Yeah,
because
we could just do.
Or if you're Hell Daken, then I would be the sound guy, and I'm indestructible, and I win.
It's better just to do our more standard.
Because like I'm just a glob of sound floating around. You can't hurt that, and that's just over immediately because of stupid comic stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yours said Daken, so no Helverine shit. And mine was just Klaw. Yeah. So yeah, I think with superhuman strength and durability, it might be a decent fight if I'm using my sound wave power. If I'm using my little
you'd
gloves.
Be allowed. Yeah.
But yeah, I think
that's always on you. That's one of our things. But as long as you would have it with you pretty much all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if it is part of you.
It is. It's his arm, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I just think Daken, because we're talking incapacitate, and even then, I still think Daken's hard to take down. He's fucking Wolverine's son.
He is.
He's not a clone.
No,
he's
his
an actual son.
Yeah, biologically.
Yeah, so like a mutt, he's stronger than the true breed and shit.
Right, he doesn't have as many flaws.
I'm sure he's killed his dad multiple times. So honestly, kill, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Honestly, don't mind giving that to you. That
I
makes
definitely
sense.
win that one, but I think as far as like an action-packed fight, this is one of our better ones.
It's good. I think it's a good fight.
Because it's all physical stuff for the most part.
It's me being on the defensive though, while occasionally
jumping around.
Yeah, occasionally throwing out some offense.
That's where
mine is one move to kill you. If I don't, then I'm screwed.
Yeah.
You know, he's gonna outlast me. The durability's there.
So like the sound,
he heals. I don't know how fast he does, but he freaking heals. So
he's as good. I'm pretty sure. And
his claws are stupid though.
They're so dumb.
So dumb.
if you popped my eardrums with your Sonic shit, it wouldn't matter. He wouldn't care.
It would heal.
Yeah, it would just heal.
I mean, maybe even before the end of the fight. So, yeah, I think it'd be a cool fight to see.
I genuinely think that would be.
And they could comic it up,
visually.
And if we were doing our other modes, I think Klaw takes it. Indestructible sound guy.
Yeah, I agree.
But no, it didn't say that. So, yeah for sure. That's 35, 33.
Okay.
I don't mind that. That doesn't bother me.
No.
Also, last week it was Cuphead versus a Pokemon, I believe, or a few weeks ago. I was on TikTok and I saw a few people live playing Cuphead, and I asked them all, could Cuphead take down a Pokemon? And they all were like, dude, he would destroy a Pokemon. So I feel a lot better now.
Yeah.
And I was watching them play. That dude's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, the 3 hits, like, only if you can hit that dude.
Pew, pew, pew,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
jumping around.
I feel better about that
right.
now. I will gladly take that win.
Yeah.
All right, is that it?
Yeah, that's the end, I believe.
That's the end of the episode?
That's right.
Oh, yeah, the thing. All right, we're on Instagram at Flipping Pages 24. We're on Facebook at Flipping Pages with Matt and Adam. New episodes released every Thursday on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. There's also Dollar Bin episodes that go up on platforms and YouTube. Best way to support us, like, subscribe, rate, review on your platform. Follow, like, subscribe on the socials and YouTube. If you've done that, we appreciate it. If you're just listening, we also appreciate that. That's the episode. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.